Have you ever wondered why, after a certain age, your relationships and surroundings can begin to feel like a heavy burden? As we grow older, our lives aren't just defined by how we live, but also by who we share them with. The golden years, often considered a time for peace, reflection, and joy, can instead become clouded by toxic relationships that drain our energy and diminish our happiness. In this exploration, we'll uncover the powerful truth about the people you need to avoid in your life after 60, those who can silently hinder your ability to live the vibrant, fulfilling life you deserve. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by those around you, unsure of how to set boundaries, or stuck in relationships that seem to hold you back, this guide is for you. By the end, you'll understand how to identify toxic relationships, protect your peace, and embrace an independent lifestyle that puts you in control. Together, we'll explore ways to reclaim your joy and live life on your terms. Introduction: a new chapter of wisdom and strength. Imagine reaching your 60s with a lifetime of experiences behind you, the wisdom of years lived, the strength forged through challenges overcome, and a clearer understanding of what truly matters. These are the golden years, a time to celebrate your hard-earned freedom and pursue the dreams and desires that may have been set aside for others. Yet, even in this transformative stage, there are obstacles. Voices that seek to diminish your independence, relationships that drain your energy, and societal expectations that attempt to confine you. This guide is about reclaiming your autonomy, recognizing harmful influences, and surrounding yourself with positivity and purpose. Let's explore the powerful truths about the people and behaviors to avoid after 60, and how to foster an environment that nurtures your happiness and well-being. The subtle chains of control. Picture this. You've finally arrived at a stage where you can prioritize yourself, but suddenly, a well-meaning family member or friend begins to impose their views on how you should live. You shouldn't travel at your age. It's too risky. Why start a new hobby now? What's the point of dating? You're past that phase. These comments, often masked as concern, are attempts to control your choices and shrink your world into their limited perspective. This control often stems from fear, not yours, but theirs. They fear change, loss, and the unknown that aging brings. Instead of confronting their own insecurities, they project them onto you. This misguided influence can stifle your spirit and prevent you from embracing new experiences. Rediscovering love and intimacy. After 60 society often perpetuates the myth that love and intimacy fade with age. However, nothing could be further from the truth. Your 60s and beyond can be a time of renewed passion and connection. Whether it's rediscovering intimacy with a long-term partner or opening your heart to new relationships, this stage of life offers unique opportunities for meaningful connections. The joy of new beginnings. Imagine exploring a new relationship, one that celebrates who you are now, with all the wisdom and confidence you've gained. Dating, traveling, or simply sharing life's joys with someone special can reignite your zest for life. Don't let societal judgments deter you from pursuing happiness on your terms. Love and intimacy begin with self-love. Embrace your individuality, celebrate your achievements, and honor your desires. By nurturing your relationship with yourself, you create a foundation for deeper, more fulfilling connections with others. The constant complainers. Do you recognize someone in your life who always seems to find fault in everything? The weather is never right, the pension is always too small, the children don't visit enough, and the world, in their eyes, is perpetually wrong. These individuals, known as constant complainers, are like walking storms, spreading negativity wherever they go. Living with a complainer can feel like being trapped in a never-ending cycle of emotional warfare. Their relentless griping seeps into your mind, slowly distorting your perception of reality. Over time, their bleak worldview can make everything seem dull and disappointing. The opportunities, joy and beauty that life still offers after 60 can feel obscured by the shadow of their negativity. To preserve your peace, it's vital to distance yourself from complainers. Reflect on how often you encounter complaints from those around you. More importantly, consider how you feel after spending time with them. Are you left feeling drained or hopeless? If so, it's time to declutter not just your physical space but also your social circle. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift you, see the beauty in life, and inspire you to embrace its possibilities. The energy vampires. Unlike mythical vampires that feed on blood, energy vampires drain your emotional vitality, often without you even realizing it. These individuals seem harmless at first, even kind. They might bring you small gifts, ask how you're doing, or offer to lend a hand. But before you know it, the conversation shifts to their problems, grievances, and endless tales of woe. An hour with them can leave you feeling emotionally exhausted, as though they've siphoned your joy and energy. A poignant example of an energy vampire comes to mind. Maria, a dear friend, lived with her daughter. While her daughter loved her deeply, she often ran to Maria with every minor problem: work frustrations, relationship troubles, and personal struggles. Initially, Maria felt happy to support her daughter. But as the years passed, Maria found her life consumed by her daughter's issues. Her own needs, dreams, and well-being were pushed aside, leaving her drained and unfulfilled. The lesson here is clear. After 60, you must prioritize your well-being. It's not selfish to set boundaries. It's essential. Learn to say, "I need time for myself," or "You'll need to figure this out on your own." These boundaries protect your energy and allow you to nurture your health and happiness. Surround yourself with people who replenish your spirit and let go of those who diminish it. The controllers are those who believe it's their job to dictate how you should live your life. They may come in the form of well-meaning family members, overly opinionated friends, or even acquaintances who assume they know what's best for you. Their influence can feel suffocating, stripping away your autonomy and ability to make decisions that align with your desires. Picture this. You've decided to take up painting or join a local book club to expand your horizons and meet new people. But a controller in your life quickly dismisses your choice, saying, "Why waste your time on that? You should focus on something more practical." Over time, their constant criticism can chip away at your confidence and leave you questioning your choices. The truth is, your golden years are your time to explore passions, make your own rules, and live freely. Politely but firmly push back against those who try to control your path. Remind them, and yourself, that you've earned the right to make decisions that bring you joy. The burden of others' karma. In Buddhist teachings, each person carries their karma, the consequences of their actions and choices. When you repeatedly intervene in someone else's struggles, you risk taking on burdens that aren't yours to bear. Worse, you might rob them of valuable growth experiences. Imagine constantly rescuing a friend or family member from their mistakes, whether it's financial mismanagement, poor relationship choices, or lack of responsibility. Not only does this deplete your energy, but it also prevents them from learning and evolving. Your life should not be a repository for others' unresolved issues. Instead, focus on your own journey, allowing others to navigate theirs. How toxic relationships affect your health. Toxic relationships don't just drain your emotional energy, they can have significant physical and mental health consequences. Chronic stress from dealing with complainers, energy vampires, or controllers can lead to high blood pressure, weakened immunity, and even depression. Over time, the toll of these relationships can accelerate aging and diminish your quality of life. Protecting your health means recognizing the signs of toxic relationships and taking steps to address them. Start by evaluating your current connections. Are there individuals who consistently make you feel worse after interacting with them? If so, it's time to reassess their role in your life. reclaiming your freedom and joy. After identifying toxic individuals, the next step is to reclaim your freedom. This involves setting boundaries, distancing yourself when necessary, and focusing on relationships that bring positivity and fulfillment. Embrace activities that align with your passions and surround yourself with people who inspire and support you. The golden years are an opportunity to rediscover yourself, whether it's through travel, hobbies, or spending time with loved ones who bring joy. This phase of life should be about living on your terms. Let go of the chains of negativity and open your heart to the possibilities that await. Building a supportive circle. Cultivating a supportive circle of friends and loved ones is key to a fulfilling life after 60. Seek out individuals who share your interests, celebrate your achievements, and offer genuine encouragement. Join community groups, attend events, or connect with others online who align with your values and aspirations. Reclaiming your life. To thrive in your golden years, it is crucial to establish boundaries with those who impose their fears and expectations. Your life is your masterpiece. You alone hold the brush, and you have every right to paint it with boldness, joy, and freedom. By asserting your independence, you send a powerful message. Your age is not a limitation, but an opportunity for growth and exploration. Energy vampires aren't mythical creatures, but their presence can feel just as draining. These individuals subtly siphon your emotional energy, leaving you exhausted and depleted. Often they come under the guise of friends or family who consistently bring negativity into your life. A neighbor who always complains about their problems, or a relative who constantly seeks your emotional support without offering anything in return, can quietly erode your mental and emotional well-being. The cost of carrying emotional baggage. Consider this scenario. A friend drops by to vent about their never-ending struggles. You listen attentively, offering advice and sympathy. Yet after the conversation, you feel inexplicably drained, as though their burdens have become your own. Over time, these interactions can sap your joy and vitality, preventing you from focusing on your own happiness. Protecting your energy requires setting firm boundaries. Learn to say no without guilt, and prioritize relationships that uplift and energize you. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to see the beauty in life, and who reciprocate the care and positivity you bring into the world. Remember, your well-being is non-negotiable. When love turns into enabling, many seniors find themselves in a difficult position with adult children who have become overly reliant on their support. Whether it's financial assistance, emotional caretaking, or providing a place to live, these dependencies can be taxing. While it's natural to want to help your children, there comes a point where enabling their behavior stunts their growth and sacrifices your own well-being. A story of awakening. Take Natalia, a devoted mother in her 60s, whose 40-year-old son lived with her, unemployed and dependent on her resources. She cooked, cleaned and financed his lifestyle, believing it was her duty as a mother. But when Natalia fell ill and needed support, her son's lack of responsibility became painfully clear. He failed to care for her or the household, leaving Natalia to confront the harsh reality. Her sacrifices had not fostered his independence but had enabled his dependence. To break this cycle, it's essential to have honest conversations and set clear boundaries. Encourage your adult children to take responsibility for their lives while emphasizing that your role is not to solve their problems, but to support their independence. By doing so, you empower both yourself and them to grow. The controllers within the family. Sometimes, the most challenging controllers are those within your own family. A son or daughter who insists on managing your decisions, a sibling who dictates how you should spend your time, or a spouse who dismisses your aspirations. These relationships can be the hardest to navigate. Their controlling behavior often masquerades as care or concern, making it even more difficult to recognize and address. It's vital to remember that love and control are not synonymous. True love respects autonomy and supports personal growth. Communicate your needs clearly and assertively, and don't hesitate to seek support if these dynamics become overwhelming. You deserve relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. The art of letting go. As you navigate your golden years, letting go of toxic relationships and societal expectations becomes an act of liberation. Free yourself from the weight of negativity and embrace the people and experiences that bring you joy. Remember, your happiness is your responsibility, and you have the power to shape your life into a masterpiece. Seek out a community of like-minded individuals who share your values and passions. Whether it's joining a club, volunteering, or reconnecting with old friends, building a supportive network can enrich your life and provide a sense of belonging. This is your time to live authentically, unapologetically pursuing your dreams and desires. Whether it's traveling the world, learning a new skill, or simply savoring the beauty of everyday moments, embrace the freedom to create a life that reflects your true self. Far from fading, the fire of intimacy. After 60. Intimacy is a fundamental human need that doesn't simply extinguish as we age. Far from it, the desire for closeness and connection can intensify with time. For many, the wisdom gained over the years enhances their understanding of what truly matters in relationships, allowing intimacy to evolve into something even more profound. But with age also comes complexity. The nature of romantic relationships shifts, and navigating these changes requires introspection and courage. This stage of life offers both opportunities for deeply fulfilling relationships and challenges that demand careful consideration. Romance in later years can feel like a gamble. On one hand, the passion for companionship and love remains strong. On the other, the stakes may feel higher. The pursuit of love often involves confronting fears of loneliness, vulnerability, and even societal judgment. For some, reconnecting with an old flame or embarking on a relationship with someone younger brings excitement and vitality. Yet, these choices also carry risks that may not have been as apparent in youth. Take, for example, Galina, a woman in her early 60s who began a relationship with a man 20 years her junior. The initial rush of passion and energy was exhilarating. He brought a sense of youthfulness and adventure into her life that she had missed. However, as their relationship progressed, the balance of power shifted. His youthful exuberance turned into dependency, and Galina found herself assuming the role of a caretaker rather than a partner. Over time, this dynamic drained her emotionally and financially, leaving her questioning the viability of their connection. Galina's story underscores an essential truth. Relationships in later life require mutual respect and balance. Without these elements, the relationship can become a source of stress rather than joy. The key lies in discerning whether a potential partner adds value to your life or detracts from your well-being. Rekindling passion, navigating challenges. The craving for connection in later years often leads individuals to revisit past relationships. Familiarity can be comforting, but it can also carry unresolved issues that resurface. Others may find themselves drawn to younger partners, which can bring vitality but also challenges, such as differing expectations and life stages. Understanding what drives the pursuit of love is crucial. Is it a genuine desire for companionship and mutual growth, or is it an attempt to fill a void? Recognizing the motivations behind these choices helps ensure that the relationship is built on a solid foundation. Love and boundaries. The balance between passion and independence. Healthy relationships at any age require clear boundaries. For older adults, maintaining personal autonomy is especially important. A relationship should enhance your life, not diminish your sense of self. This balance becomes even more critical when living together. For some, maintaining separate residences or embracing long-distance relationships allows for the intimacy of partnership without compromising independence. One particularly delicate challenge arises when relationships take on a caregiver dynamic. After the loss of a spouse or a divorce, older men and women may find themselves drawn to partners who appear nurturing. While initially comforting, this dynamic can quickly shift into one of control. A caregiver partner may begin to dictate how their significant other spends their time, subtly eroding their independence. Consider the story of a widower who became involved with a much younger woman. Her initial care and attention were a balm for his grief, but over time her presence became stifling. She began making decisions for him, restricting his social interactions and dismissing his hobbies. The relationship, once a source of solace, turned into a cage. The lesson here is clear. Love rooted in genuine respect allows for individuality and freedom. If a partner's care begins to feel like control, it's a sign that the relationship needs to be re-evaluated. The complexities of companionship and loneliness. Loneliness is a powerful motivator in seeking relationships later in life. However, it's important to distinguish between companionship born of love and companionship born of fear. A relationship based on the latter is unlikely to provide the fulfillment one seeks. Reflect on your reasons for pursuing or maintaining a partnership. Are they rooted in a desire for deep connection, or are they an attempt to stave off loneliness? For those who find themselves in unfulfilling relationships, the decision to leave can be daunting but necessary. Walking away from a relationship that compromises your well-being is an act of self-respect and courage. Redefining masculinity. After 60. For men, the journey of relationships after 60 carries unique challenges. In a culture that often ties masculinity to youth and vitality, older men may feel pressure to prove their worth through relationships. This can lead to entanglements with women who exploit their vulnerability. One common scenario involves men falling into relationships with younger women who take on the role of caregivers. While this dynamic may seem beneficial at first, it often leads to a loss of autonomy. A partner who claims to care but gradually imposes restrictions is not acting out of love, but control. Men must remain vigilant about protecting their independence and setting boundaries. True love respects individuality and encourages personal growth. Guarding your time and energy. Life after 60 marks a turning point where time becomes an invaluable resource. Unfortunately, many older adults find their time and energy drained by others who fail to respect their boundaries. Friends, family, and even romantic partners may view retirees as endlessly available, imposing demands without consideration. This dynamic is not only exhausting, but also robs you of the opportunity to focus on your own needs and desires. Buddhism teaches the importance of setting boundaries to achieve inner peace. Protecting your time and energy is an act of self-care that allows you to live a fulfilling life. One of the most challenging aspects of life after 60 is navigating relationships with adult children. While love and support are fundamental, enabling dependency can lead to resentment and burnout. It's crucial to set boundaries that encourage your children to become self-sufficient while preserving your own well-being. At this stage in life, autonomy is your greatest asset. Embracing your independence allows you to live authentically and pursue your passions. Whether it's traveling, taking up a new hobby, or simply enjoying quiet moments, reclaiming your freedom is a powerful act of self-love. The joy of self-discovery. Far from being a time of decline, life after 60 can be a period of profound self-discovery. By focusing on what truly brings you joy and setting boundaries that protect your peace, you can create a life that is rich in meaning and fulfillment. Relationships, whether romantic, familial, or platonic, should enhance this journey, not hinder it.